Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. This is my song to you. I wanna be more than just friends. I'm ready for this life of love to officially begin.
Tahisha Winnette White. Don't cut. Don't cut. Tahisha Winnette White. What are some words to describe her? She's inspirational. She makes me better. It seems like what I've always been looking for. I didn't know how to truly explain it, but when I found her and I got to know her, I met what I was truly looking for. Like the dreams that you have of having someone that when you're around them, they make you nervous yet excited at the same time. I found that when I found her. And she makes me want to do better. She makes me want to be better. She makes me want to be the best me that I can be. So that's what I think about when I think about Tahisha Winnette White. How did me and Ty meet? It was kind of ironic how we met because Ty has been in Statesboro for like 14 years. And the group of friends that are her best friends and her church home is one of my churches in Statesboro that I go to, and that I find a lot of inspiration from their leadership. And her best friend, one of her best friends, married my best friend in Statesboro. Jonah married Ramon, and they've all been knowing each other for a long time. And I've been knowing Ramon for a long time, but I never, ever can remember meeting Ty or even seeing Ty. The first day I can remember seeing Ty was when I went into Blessings Beauty Salon, and she was there, and I saw her there, and I was like, wow, who is this woman? The first thoughts that I thought about her was, this is somebody great's wife, like some doctor, some lawyer, some big-time artist. He has his wife stashed out in Statesboro, and he takes care of her real good. So I thought she was somebody great's wife. So that's what I thought when I first saw her, so I didn't even think to approach her or anything. And going through the things that I was going through, I just wasn't in that field. But I saw her a few more times in Blessings, and it was like, I gotta figure out who this person is. Like, who is this? So I asked her stylist, who was Tamika Patterson. I asked Tamika, I said, Tamika, who is this lady? Who is Ty? Is she married? And she gave me the whole rundown. She said she wasn't married, said she didn't have a boyfriend. But I later came to figure out she did have a boyfriend. But that didn't stop me. I was motivated. We began to, I think I Facebooked her first and, tried to befriend her on Facebook. When I befriended her on Facebook, she sent me back a request to like her page, Thoughts of a Lady. And so I liked the page, Thoughts of a Lady. And when I was reading the description about Thoughts of a Lady, it says, offers counseling and advice for relationships, for women that are going through stuff, for people that are going through stuff and needs a woman's perspective. So I was like, I've been going through something lately. So I decided to start inboxing her. So when I started inboxing her, her response to my questions was so insightful. And it made me kind of get an idea on how she thinks. And that fascinated me, that a woman of her age could think so thoroughly about a man's perspective and a woman's perspective and about relationships. So one day I didn't inbox her a question. So she inboxed me and said, no questions today. So that's when I knew she kind of liked me. I kind of knew something was in that water a little bit. So that's what happened. I felt myself really growing to love her when we went on our first date. It was a day date. We went to Augusta, and wow, that whole trip, everything from the time I picked her up, from the ride to Augusta, from the restaurant, from our conversation, from our interactions, everything felt so good. I felt myself growing in love with her, and I didn't want to start loving somebody that I couldn't be with, because I'm really big on God telling me what I need to do and what I should do. So it kind of made me nervous because I felt like I was falling for somebody that might not be mine. But then later I prayed about it, fasted about it, and he gave me the okay, he said, that's your wife. So once he told me that, the pursuit began. Yes. And so the pursuit began, and I'm excited about us living our lives together, because I feel like we're gonna live the type of marriage and the type of relationship that I've dreamed about. Having somebody that you can love freely and somebody that loves you back freely, and just enjoy the rest of our lives together. So we're excited about that, and I'm excited about it. So.
Here we are together, and everything between us is good. I'm riding this cloud, baby, ready to fly, but before I take another step, would you catch me if I fall for you? 'Cause I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling.
Paul Reggie Johnson Sr. He is the butter to my biscuit. He is the grease to my bacon. He is the jelly to my peanut butter. He is the rubber to my band. He is really everything that I am not. And I feel like I'm just one blessed girl. For real. So, how and Paul and I met. Well, every week I go to Blessings Beauty Salon every Friday to get my hair done. And I noticed that he would come in every Friday to talk to the ladies, because I know that he had a barbershop around the corner. And I know that he had a church, but I didn't really know him. Never been to his church, never really didn't know him like that. We had a lot of mutual friends, but we just didn't know each other. And so one particular Friday, I came in there, cute as normal, and he leaned over and said, "Where are you going?" And I said, "Well, I'm going home." And I was thinking to myself, why is this man talking to me? I probably was just having a real bad attitude. But anyway, he was just kind of making casual talk. And I created this page on Facebook, The Thoughts of a Lady. And after I did that, and I sent out my invites. I sent one to him, you know, not thinking nothing of it. He inboxed me questions about, you know, dating and how he, you know, he's divorced, and how he just didn't really want to date, but he wanted to, you know, maybe go out every now and then. So I gave him my professional advice, because, you know, that's what I do. And he just kept inboxing me every day with different questions. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna have to start charging this man for this advice. But a couple of days gone by, and he hadn't texted me or hadn't inboxed me. So I inboxed him and was like, "You okay?" And so that's kind of how it started. And that was around Valentine's Day time. And so that particular Friday, I was at Blessings getting my hair done, and he came in with 5 balloons. And so he gave each of the stylists a balloon, and he turned around and he said, "This one is for you." So I was like, wow, you know, all these women in here. It was kind of like, okay, something's up. So he said, "I want to take you to lunch." And so I was like, "No, I got something to do." Honey, didn't have a thing to do. I had a boyfriend, but we hadn't talked in a few weeks, so technically he wasn't really my boyfriend. I don't know what we were, but anyway, later on that night, he said, "Well, Ty, let's go to the movies." So I said, "Okay, well, I need to tell you something." So that's when I went over and said, "Well, you know, I'm kind of in this little complicated relationship, and I don't know what it is." He was like, well, yeah, I know because I've already done my research on you. So I'm thinking, okay, what's all this about? So that particular night, we spent hours talking. We just really, really got to know each other. And I knew there was something different about him, but I couldn't really pinpoint what it was. So later on, we went on our first date to Augusta, and he was so excited and nervous at the same time. Now, I was too, but I played it cool. And a few days went by, and he said that the Lord told him that I was his wife. And I was like, oh, you know, this same line again. But as time went on, I prayed about it, and I said, Lord, if this is for me, let everything fall into place. And everything that I thought was going to be a barrier has been nothing but a blessing to me. His church family and the children and his family, everybody has just rallied around us and loved us so much. And Paul and I, over time, became friends, and we just grew, and we decided to do it God's way. And because we're doing it God's way, I mean, I just cannot deny that this has God's stamp of approval on it. So to be his girlfriend, it was on Friday, I was at Blessings, and he put a CD in my car and had a note that said, will you be my girlfriend, yes or no? So I got in the car and I saw the little note, and I read it, and I turned on my car, and the song started playing that he had written for me. And I thought that was so thoughtful. And if anybody knows me, they'll know that I don't just let people in. You have to kind of work your way in. And Paul did that. And I think that he is an incredible man, and God has truly blessed me beyond my greatest expectation. You ever know how you have this list of things that you want, and God, I want this, and God, I want that? He is everything I prayed for and everything I didn't know that I needed. The children just pour into me, and I pour into them. It's just like, it doesn't feel like a blended family. It feels like a family. And so I am so excited about where this is going. I just, at the thought of my life being this full, when 2 years ago, I was just completely by myself, and God has given me double. So I'm so excited.
Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Oh darling, place your head on my beating heart. I'm thinking